Hi dear students, in today's video we are going to learn and understand the human evolution, early humans and the beginning of civilization. On the part of the journey, today we are going to study or learn one of the important component is called why we study early humans history. Why should we study early humans history? Because if you look at this page number 63 in your 9th class social science, chapter 4, so why should we study early human history? What is the essence? Because today we are in modern stage, modern humans, and why we are going back to study our early ancestor. So we can say that studying early humans history, it helps us to understand the biological evolution and cultural evolution. We need to understand what is our biological evolution, from which apes, from which primates we evolved, and today's human beings. As I told you in a previous video, so we have so many species, human species. Earlier our ancestors like Australopithecus, Homo habilis, Homo erectus, Homo neanderthal, Homo sapiens. Today we are called Homo sapiens. And before that we have so many apes and primates. They are called chimpanzees, gorillas, orangutan. So there are so many species. It does not mean that we came from monkeys only, because within the monkey there are so many species, right? Like I told you, apes, like gorilla, orangutan, gibbons, okay, and now chimpanzee. From chimpanzee, the human being, present day human beings evolved from Australopithecus 6 to 7 million years ago to present day 2026. So this is a gradual process. So human evolution or biological evolution, we can say that it is a gradual human process, biological or physical or genetical process through which a human being evolved over millions of years. It took millions of years to evolve from apes to present day human beings. So this was the main intention of this. Why should we study early human history? It means that the studying early history, it helps us to understand the biological evolution or the human evolution. At the same time, we are also going to look at the cultural evolution. What is the impact of climate? What is the impact of environment on present day human beings or early human beings? So based on the taking the stock of the situation of the climate and geological factor and environmental factor, the human beings modified from Australopithecus to present day human Homo sapiens. So let us see one by one. Yeah. So if we look at the here we are going to study biological evolution, cultural evolution, and climate change and adaptation. How human being adapted. So what were the climate changes? So we have, in those days, we have glacial period. What is glacial, Nana? Like our earth is entirely covered with ice. Our earth was once upon a time, if you go to many years back, millions of years back, this earth was near, this is called equator. This is called equator, except in the equator, and remaining portion of this area was covered with ice. So this area is covered with ice. Total area is covered with ice. Today you can see the ice in Arctic and Antarctic area. But if you go to many years back, sorry, there is a small interruption. Yeah. So if you go to many years back, so earth was covered with the ice. Okay. So how the climate change occurred in those days, and how humans, like our early humans, responded to climate change, and how they adapted in their lifestyle and led to present day human beings. So, and adaptation and human interaction with the environment. How human being interacted with the environment in day-to-day life. As we all know that daily what we are doing, we are eating, right? We are taking food from the nature. So we are cultivating crops, we are doing agriculture. Okay. At the same time, we are plowing the land. So we are interacting with the nature. We are taking water from the nature. We are taking air from the nature. We are taking sunshine, temperature from the nature, means sun. So all are naturally occurring. So how human being interacted with the environment, the physical environment which they are living with that. Then what is the key point here? Early human history explain how modern human, present day human beings, modern humans, we are called modern humans, developed over a millions of years. How they evolved, how they developed from apes to present day human beings. I will show you one picture afterwards. Okay. So if you go to next slide, so what is the biological evolution? First, need to understand. So yeah, there's small mistake. Biological evolution. Biological evolution refers to gradual physical changes. What is that? Gradual physical change in the physical feature, body feature. At the same time, inside gradual changes in genetic feature. So genetically, human being have cells. Our body is made up of cells. So our organ, we have so many organs. Organ also made up of cells. So entire body which has billions of cells. So each cell have their own nucleus, then chromosome has genes, DNA, RNA. You might have studied in your 8th, 9th, 6th, 7th and 8th class. So DNA and RNA, these are our genes. Again in the DNA we have adenine, guanine, cytosine, thymine, so uracil, etc., etc. So this, what kind of changes occur in genetic level, molecular level. So these are we are going to study in this biological evolution. We are not going to detail, but little bit we are touching it. So evolution, so gradual changes, gradual genetic changes, then evolution from Australopithecines. I told you, what is that? Australopithecine. What is that? Australopithecine. So this is very, very important. So this Australopithecine which came from chimpanzee. So chimpanzee, earlier we have chimpanzees, right? So Australopithecines to Homo sapiens, present day human beings, how we gradually evolved from Australopithecine AP to Homo habilis to Homo erectus to Homo sapiens. I am writing in shortcut. So Homo sapiens, then today we are Homo sapiens. So this is the gradual process. I will show you one picture afterwards. So what is the important terminology here? What do you mean by Australopithecine? How archaeologists and anthropologists named these species or these primates? Let us see that. Australopithecine means they are called our early human ancestor, our forefathers. So you have your father, right? Then you have your grandfather, their grandfather. Like that, if you go to lakhs and millions of years, they are our ancestor. From them we came today. So, early human ancestor. So, what do you mean by Australopithecus? Australo means southern man. Southern. Australo means southern. Suppose this is the earth. No. This is the earth. So, we have, this is which America? North America, right? And this is South America. This is the equator. Then we have here Africa. Here. So, we have Africa. Then this is the Europe. This is the Europe, okay, this is Africa, and this is Asia, and here is the India, right? So here is the India, and this is Australia. So what do you mean by this is the northern part, this is the northern part, this is the southern part, this is the western part, this is the eastern part, as we all know that. So what do you mean by Australis? Australis means southern. So for the first time, the Australopithecine fossils, their remains, was found in Africa. Today called in Africa, their fossils, skeleton were found in Africa. That's why for the first time the archaeologists and anthropologists decided that actually the Australis is a Latin name. So what is the Australis meaning southern? So for the first time he is our early ancestor. He is our early ancestor. So much back, so many millions of years ago. So their skeleton are fossil found in Africa, which is there in southern part of the globe. So they are called southern. What is Pithecus? Pithecines or Pithecus? Ape or primate. They are southern ape. For the first time, human being, our early ancestors evolved in Africa. And there is one more theory, is called out of Africa theory. How humans migrated or started going from Africa, migrated from Africa to Asia and Europe. That I will tell you afterwards. Now just understand what is Australis southern. Pithecus means ape or primate. Okay. And one more thing I want to tell you that today we have Australia, right? This Australia also nothing but southern land. Australia, there is one more continent is there. In the seventh continent, we have smallest continent is Australia. The capital is Canberra. So this Australia came from Australis only. So here only, Australis. Australia means southern land. So this is a new point which you can learn from this today's video. So then we are Homo sapiens. Then we are modern human beings and means wise human. What is that, Nana? Wise human. Modern human beings means wise humans. So there is a change. Yeah. So early modern human being means wise human. Wise means very intelligent human being. This is the actual meaning of Homo sapiens. Now, if you go to next slide, let us understand. So this is the image or picture I want to show you how human beings evolved from from Australopithecus. So this is a Australopithecus. Australopithecus or Australopithecus. This human being evolved 4 to 2 million years ago. How many, Nana? 4 to 2 million years ago. 1 million is equal to 10 lakhs. 4 million is equal to almost 40 lakhs years ago. This human means our early ancestor Australopithecus evolved from chimpanzees. What is that, Nana? Chimpanzee. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, they evolved from chimpanzees. So chimpanzees. So this is our early ancestor. Then 2.4 to 1.6 million, almost 24. After this is 40 lakhs years ago now. This is 40 lakhs years ago. This is 24 lakhs years ago. Little bit evolved. See this. He is walking little bit quadrupedalism, bipedalism and quadrupedalism. Bipedalism means walking on 2 legs. Quadrupedalism means walking on 4 legs, like hind limbs and 4 limbs, like monkeys. How monkeys are walking. So this is the gradual development evolved from this phase to this phase. And I told you in our previous video, Homo habilis. Habilis means skilled man. Habilis means skilled man, and he is also called as handyman. What's his name? Handyman. Because he, for the first time, he prepared stone tools with his hand. With his hand. And led to human behavior. For the first time, human behavior learned how to make a hand. See, if you see in his left hand, you can see here hand. So it's called handyman. Homo habilis is called handyman, and habilis means skilled. He is the first skilled person who discovered the crude stones. Crude means little bit modified stone, right? Then Homo erectus. This is from journey from apes to modern human. Then our early ancestor Homo erectus. This is 1.9 million to 1,50,000 years ago. Almost let us say that 10 to 19 million means there is a gradual process. 19 lakhs to let us say 1,50,000 years ago, lakhs years ago. Then he is our one more ancestor Neanderthal, 2 lakhs to 40,000 years ago. This is very bulky man, and the brain size is little bit bigger comparing with these apes, these human beings, our early ancestors, and then Homo sapiens. So today we are if you go to 40,000 years ago, our ancestors they are called Homo sapiens. 40,000 years ago present. Today modern humans are called Homo sapiens. So this is our human evolution journey from Australopithecus to Homo sapiens. So you just remember the years, how many years back, and which is all occurred in Australopithecus, all development occurred in Africa only. Then he moved out of Africa theory. Then we went to Asia and Europe. That is different story. I will tell you now. So first tools used by these handyman, and who discovered the fire, Nana? 3 lakhs years ago, it is the Homo erectus discovered the fire for the first time. Then for the first time, the Neanderthals were the people who are living in shelters and clothing. Usually the clothing system was started. Okay, then art, language and culture, cave painting, everything was discovered by Homo sapiens. So this is our today we are here. Of course, after 1 lakh year, after again 50,000 years, how human beings, how much intelligent, we don't know. Okay. So let us see that. Let us see that one by one. So human evolution or a biological evolution. So what is the species and what is the approximate age and important feature? So Australopithecus, I told you 40 lakhs years ago he was evolved and walked upright, like walking like two legs upright, and small brain, very small brain. Homo habilis 2.4 million, almost 24 lakhs years ago, and first stone tool maker, I told you, handyman or skill maker, skill man. Homo erectus 1.9 to 1 lakh 40 or 50,000 years ago, used fire, migrated out of Africa. So it is the Homo erectus who migrated out of Africa and migrated to Asia, Europe, then America. 30,000, something like that, 3 lakhs, some or 30,000 years ago. Okay, then Homo neanderthalis 4 lakhs to 40,000 years ago, large brain. I told you, Homo neanderthalis having large brain and buried the dead bodies for the first time. If any human, their ancestors, their close relatives are dying, they were buried under the earth. The way present human being practicing now. So burial system is still there in the practice system. And Homo sapiens, about 3 lakhs years to present, modern humans with the advanced language, culture, technology. Today we are called modern human beings. Then next we move to next slide. So what are the major changes which occurred? What are the major changes which occurred during the human evolution? What are the major changes? First you need to understand, Anna, what are the major changes which occurred from Australopithecus or Australopithecus to present day human Homo sapiens is bipedalism. What is that, Anna? Bipedalism. What is bipedalism? Walking on two legs. Walking on two legs is called bipedalism. Walking on 4 legs like monkeys, they are called quadrupedalism. So there is a change from quadrupedalism to bipedalism. So walking on the 2 legs. Then increase in brain size. I told you Australopithecus has very small brain. Then after that Homo habilis, brain size increased. Homo erectus, then Homo neanderthal having large brain. Then today human being also little not large brain, but comparing with the Neanderthal small brain, but we are more intelligent. Okay, then better thinking and memory and intelligence. So increase in brain size. So that led to intelligence, your thinking, memory, everything is happened due to increase in brain size. And skilled hands, opposable thumb. What do you mean by opposable thumb, Nana? What do you mean by opposable thumb? Suppose we are holding anything. Suppose I am holding this book like this, opposable. So this is called opposable thumb. I am holding this marker. So this is called opposable thumb. So like you are holding anything, it's called opposable thumb. So for the first time, our early ancestor like Homo habilis picking like this and prepared some stone tools. So after Australopithecus also, they hold like this. This is called opposable thumb. Then for making and using tools. What are the tools? Stone. I told you tools, stone tools and different tools made by the human being. Okay. Then for the first time, he is called skilled hands. First one is bipedalism. Second one is increase in brain size. Remember, Nana, you have to say bipedalism, walking on 2 legs, increase in brain size. Okay. Then third, skilled hands, made tool with opposable thumb. Then learn the language development, ability to communicate using complex speech. So today we are using language for communication purpose, right? So earlier human being also developed language slowly to communicate with their fellow beings. So this was called, change happened gradually. Then control of the fire, cooking of food, warmth and protection from the wild animals also happened during this phase. And culture and technology, art, agriculture, writing and civilization also started. So these are the major changes during human evolution. Present day we are here, we are in the modern civilization. Of course we are also having other civilization. India has Indus Valley civilization also called as Harappa, Mohenjo-daro, and today it's called Sindhu Saraswati civilization according to new textbook. And contemporary civilization like Mesopotamian, Sumerian civilization which was in Iraq today between the two rivers Euphrates and Tigris. And of course we are also having another civilization, contemporary civilization in Africa, that is called Egyptian civilization on the bank of Nile river. Of course our neighbor civilization, that is called Chinese civilization, which was in China near the Huangho or Yellow river. So all these civilizations were developed near the banks of the rivers only to get the water, to practice to cultivate the crops or practice the agriculture and get the food. So this is the human history, human evolution history, and today we are in the more developed world. Okay, within the span of 100 years, there are a lot of changes that took place in the mean of technology, transport. We have big aeroplane, big ships. So now human being trying to go to multi-planetary species, like we are trying to go to Mars, Moon. We are sending satellites. So this is the gradual. This is the human evolution from today. Earlier our ancestor Australopithecus to today Homo sapiens. With this, I am concluding today's lesson, and tomorrow we'll discuss the cultural evolution. Thank you all for giving this opportunity. If you have any doubt or anything, you can comment me in the comment box so that I can clarify your doubts. Thank you all.